Alrighty guys, so today I'm going to show you how to draw a sloth, and this project actually came from a teacher that I really admire, and she has a really cool website called Art Projects for Kids, where she does a whole lot of these how to draw tutorials, and they're perfect for these days when we are remote, because her projects always are done with pretty basic art supplies. So pencils, paper, and colors is all you are going to need today. So I will just walk you through this drawing step by step, and at the end you will be free to color it however you wish. Okay, so to get started, we are going to draw the sloth's head over in this area of the paper. So you don't want to do it right in the middle, because we're going to have the sloth head and then the sloth body. So the body is going to be more in the lower middle half of the paper, and then the head is going to be kind of over on this side of the paper. So we're going to start out by drawing a nice oval shape for the head, and I did this last time too, where my first oval was not how I liked. So you can fix it. That's why we start in pencil, right? That way if we make a mistake, we can go back and erase it. Then you are just going to take your line and you're going to connect from down here, and you're going to make kind of a bean shape. So we're going to want it to start here and end here. Okay, so I'm going to make a mark here and mark here, and my goal is to curve around and come back, make kind of a bean shape. So I'm going to start, I'm going to go down and around and come back up. So that's pretty good. That is good for me. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is actually to draw the branch that the sloth is going to be hanging on, because sloths like to chill in the trees. So we're going to have him hanging on a little branch here. So I'm going to draw just one line kind of going up and off the page, and then I'm going to draw another line connect or parallel to it, which means they don't cross, they don't intersect, they go side by side. And that is going to be my branch. Then I'm going to go on the rear end of my sloth, and I'm going to make his back leg. So I'm going to just curve up, and I'm going to, when I get to the top of the branch, I'm going to start turning and going back the other way and then down. So I'm actually going to go past the body and up to the branch. I know that part is a little tricky, so if you missed it or if it's going too fast, just pause it, rewind it, go back, try it again until you are happy and you get it right. So then I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to do the other leg. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to curve up. When I get to the branch, I'm going to stop, turn around, and go back down. So those are my two sloth legs. A little while later, we're going to erase all these extra lines inside, but just hang on for right now and just leave them there. Okay, so next we need to do the toes of our sloth. And so the toes are like wrapped around and like gripping onto the log. So if you like pretend like there's a log right here, my sloth hand is kind of like curved around behind it. I guess it's more like curved around this way, and his little toes are wrapped around and hanging onto that branch. So if you look at it like here, you can see we've got this leg here in the front, this leg here in the front, and then the one with the toes is actually coming around from behind and hanging onto the branch, kind of like this. So it's a little tricky, maybe a little more tricky than drawing that you've done in the past, but I think you guys can handle this. Okay, so we're gonna do 4 curved lines to show those like toes wrapped around the branch. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna connect them with rainbow lines. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. That's gonna make our 3-toed sloth. Now we have to do the same thing over here. We're gonna do 1 curve, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna connect them with rainbow lines. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Top and bottom. So he's got those toes wrapped around that branch. Okay. And then we need to draw the other side of that arm coming down here and the other side of the arm coming down here. So you have a leg on the front and a leg on the back and a leg or an arm on the front and an arm on the back, because sloths have 4 legs, or 2 legs, 2 arms. Okay, so then we are going to draw a smaller oval inside the oval of our head. So you're just going to follow this line parallel, right? So it's close, it's following the line, but it's not touching. You can go all the way around the head, so you have like an oval inside the oval. Then I'm going to add a little spiky hair on the top and a little spiky hair on the inside, like that. Then we're going to add his little stripes on his eyes. So we're going to go in, around, and back. So they kind of look like a finger, right? So if I trace my finger, right, I'll get that same shape on the other side. Then he needs eyes. He needs an oval nose. And then his sleepy smile. There we go. Okay, he is just about done. So all we have to do is take our eraser and we're going to erase some of these lines that we don't need anymore. So the ones inside here we don't need. This leg is overlapping the branch, so it's in front of the branch. So we don't need the branch anymore because you won't see it, right? Because now it's behind the sloth. So we're going to go ahead and erase those the best we can. And if you want to get inside here and erase the log inside the toes too, you can. That's a little harder unless you have a small eraser. Go ahead and erase some of those lines. Then we're going to erase the lines inside the hair so that that's all nice one shape. And then you can add some leaves on your branches. So I like to do a stem and then a little like teardrop shape. And some leaves. You can add more leaves down here. You can see on this drawing I added another branch. You can add another branch. There's a lot you can do to finish this picture now. So it is not finished, right? Because we need to add color, baby color, which is a tagline that I stole from another art teacher. She is awesome and hilarious. Okay, so there is our sloth. And then now you get to add colors. So if you have markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever you have hanging around at home, go ahead and color it in. If you notice, this one I used markers and crayons and a Sharpie because I like to outline in black. I think it helps make it look bold and stand out. But yeah, now you can color however you want. If you want to make yours a purple sloth, you can make it a purple sloth. If you want to make it a pink sloth, you can make it a pink sloth. It does not have to look realistic, right? This is your sloth. But I would like you guys to color the whole paper. Notice I left no white space showing. Even if you look close, this was colored with a tan crayon and the background is colored in blue crayon. So there is no white space showing on my paper, and that is how I want yours to look as well. So go ahead and finish up your sloth, take a picture of it, send it to me. I can't wait to see what you drew.